I want to start off this press conference to say something as a deep note that I can tell America. What we seen at the beginning of this press conference, the father being at this press conference, these are my words, don't quote anybody, is a disrespect to the dignity of his son. Next Generation Action Network from the beginning has respected the loss of life. No matter our opinion of it, we have kept our opinion close. We have not attacked. We have not shared the information that was shared with us about Austin Metcalf because we respect the dignity of life and loss. And as a minister, I would not attack a grieving family, even if I disagree with them. When I have stood before this podium for people who have died at the hands of law enforcement, I have asked for that same manner of respect. And even when the shoe is on the other foot, I will not do that. And all I'm going to say, so it don't be asked later, is that was disrespectful and just shows you all the character who is not invited. He knows that it's inappropriate to be near this family, but he did it. And so I say to people, actions speak louder than words. Okay? What he has failed into is the political operatives that want to make this thing a political thing of hate, yet bigotry, and yet racism. We have conservative operatives that have been posting nonstop about this case. It is outright disrespectful. We haven't been doing it. The Next Generation Action Network has been here, popular and unpopular. So regardless of what's going on, that was disrespectful. Disrespectful. And I will leave it to y'all to define it. But of course, we want to. Y'all, I'm Minister Dominique Alexander. I serve as the president of the Next Generation Action Network. Today, I come before you with a heavy heart.
And I'm going to stop the video right there for this time. Peace and blessings, all praises to the Most High. That was a press conference earlier today in Frisco. I keep saying Fresno, in Frisco, where Karmelo Anthony's family were slated to do a press conference with the Next Generation Action Network. I think that's it. And before that press conference started, as you see on the thumbnail, Austin Metcalf's father, Jeff Metcalf, came in and stood in the press conference. I don't know what he said or what he did. I have not been able to locate any video of that. If you guys have the video, please send that to me. But you can see in the picture there that he was there. Sunglasses, shades with a hat on. And it looks like to me in an attempt to intimidate the Anthony family. It is my understanding that he got extorted out of there by police, as well as he should be. As the lawyer mentioned and the minister mentioned, he doesn't supposed to be anywhere near that family. Not to mention all of the threats that I understand have been levied towards Karmelo Anthony and his family. And they have, like the lawyer said, been nothing but classy. We have not heard them speak. We have not heard them defend themselves. As you know, Karmelo got out earlier this week. They raised money. There have been all sorts of misinformation and lies spread like they just bought a $900,000 house, they bought a car, and all of these things, which in reality, from what I understand, no, they already lived in that house. They already lived in that gated community, and they already had that vehicle. And so they're trying to make it seem like Carmelo Anthony and his family is some type of charlatan, some type of come up artist, when, as you see, Carmelo's mother and his father are standing there in solidarity. Now, you all have seen or heard the information that has been disseminated allegedly about Mr. Metcalf and his alleged misconduct, his alleged charges, which are very despicable. I won't go into those charges. You can watch other videos and see that. And also, the mothers, they are, you haven't seen Austin's mother and his father in a frame, if I'm not mistaken, yet. And so, as the lawyer said, that speaks to his character. They have been on this Good Morning America, USA Today, New York Times whirlwind tour, trying to, paint Austin as a choir boy and try to paint themselves as the traditional, everyday American Pie Christian conservative family, which once again, people are digging into their past, and, some skeletons are coming out of the closet. But nevertheless, I felt I needed to share this because the Carmelo Anthony and his family has yet to speak. And I'm probably going to dig into that press conference and see what it is they said. But I don't think I thought people should know this, because once again, I just did a video about a similar case in Texas where Kason Allison is actually on trial for doing something similar to what Carmelo Anthony has been charged with, but his was not self-defense. But there, as the lawyer said, there is no conservative, there's no right wing, there's no news stations. This coverage and attacking 21-year-old Kason Allison, who was 18 when he took the life of Jose Ramirez in a bathroom assault type stabbing at a school during school hours, and lied to the police. And you can go watch that video from earlier today. But, I am with the same sentiments as that lawyer. Nobody wants to denigrate somebody in the loss of life, and, in either loss of life. But, you have to scream facts. And, when people are putting out disinformation, then you got to put out the real information. And so, my prayers and hearts goes out to, the Anthony family, because like I said, they've been receiving threats. Like, even the judge that let him out received threats. And so that is a testament to the character of the nation. Like I said, when Kyle Rittenhouse and all of those other white people who've taken lives unnecessarily, there's not a bunch of right there. There's always a defense mechanism. Well, is it really? Should he be charged? What is the letter of the law? But I've seen just so many articles. The stabber released the stabbing suspect, and those types of wordage. Always brings a different perception to the individual. So while the family today was trying to get their narrative out, here comes old Jeff Metcalf in there, knowing good and well he doesn't supposed to be in there. And so we're going to see what the repercussions is for that. I'm pretty sure they have some type of no contact order, and so he should probably be arrested if he's violating that. This family once again has taken their time to speak, and I'm gonna dive into that interview later on to see what they had to say. But it's definitely a trying time for them. Like, I've spoken to several people who've taken people's lives, whether it's purposely or impurposely, or they felt like they had to do what they had to do. None of them brags about it. None of them, say, I did that. All of them are remorseful because, whether you're a soldier in the army, whether you have to do what you have to do to defend your family, that's not a natural thing to do, to take someone's life, and you have to live with that. You have to sleep with that. You have to eat with that. And so Carmelo is still probably going through that, like, man, dang, that really happened. You know what I'm saying? as the police report said. He asked, was he okay? That shows, once again, compassion. That shows, not ill intent. Unlike, the case in Allison case, which he lied to the police. He lied to the police about stabbing him one time. He stabbed him 4 or 5 times and then ran and hid the knife and then assaulted someone else. So, I have to compare these cases because, once again, people, the lawyer mentioned making something about race. Like, in America, I don't know if you've been in the judicial system, you've been watching what has been happening in the lawyer and in the judge and the economic sector and the entertainment, whatever. It's definitely a difference in how each race is treated in similar situations or in different situations. So y'all can stick your hand in the ostrich if you want to. I actually got a text a while ago said, I am a disgusting racist. They told me I was a disgusting racist. Once again, for the 1,000th time, Black people don't have the power to be racist. Racism is the ability to deny a person life, liberty, pursuit of happiness, and justice. Black people have not done that to white people collectively in America. Can white people say the same? Y'all let me know what y'all think about this in the comments. 919-587-7782. Peace and blessings.